Hello friends, today we are going to see signed magnitude representation. So what is signed magnitude representation is actually a decimal number which is used commonly in our daily life business or everyday business, that is called as signed magnitude representation, right? But a decimal number consists of a magnitude and a symbol which indicates whether a number or magnitude is positive or negative, right? So now next is what? But in digital electronics, we are using binary numbers. So whenever we want to use any decimal number in digital electronics, then that number can be used in the binary form, right? So for example, I'll take a number 5, right? So this is a decimal number, right? So is it a signed magnitude number? No. Why no? Since this is what? Magnitude, and there is no symbol in front of this magnitude, right? In front of this number. So that's why this number cannot be called as signed magnitude representation of a number, right? Since here only we had seen that a signed magnitude number consisted of what? A symbol and magnitude, but here only magnitude is present and there is no sign in front of the magnitude, then that's why it is not a signed magnitude number. But I'll just represent this decimal number into a binary number. So for representing this decimal number into binary number, I'll use 4-bit, right? So just this is what? The representation of magnitude 5, that is decimal number 5, is in the binary form is 0101, right? So this is the binary representation of this decimal 5, right? So here for representing this decimal 5, I had used 4 bits, right, to represent in binary form, right? So now next thing is that by using these 4 bits, how many numbers I can just write. So that is what here we can say how many numbers I can write with by using these 4 bits. That is here 0 to 2 to the power n minus 1. 2 to the power n minus 1, that is 0 to 2 to the power n. N is nothing but the number of bits, that is 2 to the power 4 minus 1, that is 0 to 16 minus 1 is 15, right? That means I can represent 0 to 15 numbers by using this 4 bits, right? Now next thing is that if I want to write a signed magnitude number, I'll write a number 5 with a sign. So this is what your signed magnitude number, right? Since here we are having a symbol also and a decimal number also. So just what I'll write, I'll just use here, out of this 4 bits, I'll use only 3 bits. What happens in your unsigned magnitude number, we are using n bits to represent a number. But in your signed magnitude number, this is what your signed magnitude number, we are using only n minus 1 number of bits to represent a decimal number. That means n is nothing but the number of bits, so that is 4 minus 1. That means only 3 bits, that is 3 LSB bits can be used for representing a decimal number, right? Then what about the MSB bit, that is 4th bit, right? So this 4th bit will be used for representing the sign of a decimal number. So here plus sign is there. If there is positive sign in front of the magnitude of a number, then that time 0 will be placed in the MSB bit, right? So this 0 represents positive number and 1 represents negative number. So again I will take next example. Minus 5 I have to represent. So I am having a magnitude 5 with minus sign. So out of 4 bits, just I can use 3 LSB bits for representing the number 5, right? You can see that. And I left with this MSB bit blank. Why? Since it depends on the symbol of the magnitude, right? So here minus sign is there, and in sign magnitude number, the representation for negative number is 1, so I'll put 1 here. So this represents that if I want to represent plus 5, then that time I'll put magnitude of for 5 in binary, that is 101, and I'll place just MSB bit as 0 since I want to represent positive number. And when I want to represent negative number, then that time I'll just change the MSB bit, that is by 1, right? So that is what your signed magnitude representation is, right? We can just use 8 number of bits to represent a number. For example, if I want to represent minus, I'll write 0 here. This is what your 0 is a decimal number. So if I want to represent this decimal number 0 by using 8 number of bits, so out of that 8 number of bits, I can use only 7 bits for representing 0, right? So I'll write 7 zeros for denoting or for writing the decimal 0, 6 over 7, right? These are what 7 zeros I had written, and I left only 1 bit, that is MSB bit, right? So this MSB bit will be dependent on your sign, right? So here minus sign is there, and in signed magnitude number 1 is representation for negative number. So this 1 represents minus, and this 7 bits represents 0, right? So here I had represented decimal number 0 by using 8 bits, right? But all 8 bits cannot be used since it is a signed magnitude number, right? Out of this 8 bits we will use how many bits? 7 bits. That means, for example, if I'm having n number of bits to represent a number, so here I had used 8 number of bits to represent a number, right? So total bits are what? 8, right? Bits used for representing this number, right? So इसमें for representing this number, right? So this total is what? Total 8 bits are used, right? So out of this 8 bits, 7 bits for representing a decimal number. That means n minus 1, that means 8 minus 1 equal to 7, right? 7 bits will be used for representing a decimal number, and 1 bit, that is MSB bit, will be the representation of a symbol, right? So this is what your sign magnitude number is. Now we are going to see 2's complement of a signed binary number. For example, if I'm having a number, right, I'll take just take a binary number, and that number I'm writing here consisted of 8 bits, right? So here I had written a binary number consisted of what? 8 bits, right? So this is a 8-bit binary number, right? Now I have to convert this binary number into 2's complement. So for converting this binary number into 2's complement, step 1, find 1's complement of a binary number. And step 2 is that add 1 to the 1's complement of a binary number. Now I'll just solve this example by following these 2 steps. So my original number, binary number, is what? 4 times 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Now step 1 is what? Find 1's complement of this number. So for finding out the 1's complement of the binary number, what we have to do? We have to invert this numbers. So how we are going to invert? That means if we are having 0, then we have to invert it as 1. If there is 1, we have to invert it as 0, right? That means we have to find the complement to get 1's complement of a number, right? So here 0 is there, 1 will be the complemented for it. 1 is there, so its complement will be 0. 0 is there, 1. 0 is there, 1, its complement will be 1. 0 is there, its complement will be 1. Here 0 is there, its complement will be 1. Now this is what I had performed first step to get the 1's complement of a binary number. Now I have to find out the 2's complement of the number, right? So for finding out the 2's complement of a number, what I have to do? I have to just add 1 to this 1's complement. So 1 is sum 0 carry 1. Sum 0 carry 1. Here carry I will write 1. So now 0 is there, so carry is 1. So here it will be 1, right? Then next is what? 1 is there, so 1. 0 is there, 0. Then 1. Then it will be 1. Then 1. Then 1. So this is what here, what we can say, just a 2's complement of this binary number, right? Again one example I take for this, right? If I'm having a binary number as 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1, right? So this is what a 8-bit binary number. I have to convert this binary number into 2's complement. So for converting it, I have to find out 1's complement of the number, and for finding out the 1's complement of a number, I have to invert this number, right? How I am doing inversion? If there is 0, then I have to invert it as 1, and if it is 1, then I have to write inversion as 0. So here 1 is there, so inverted is 0. 0 is there, inverted will be 1. 0 is there, inversion will be 1. 1 is there, inversion will be 0. 0 is there, inversion will be 1. 1 is there, inversion will be 0. 0 is there, inversion will be 1. And 0 is there, inversion will be again 1. Right? Now I have to find 2's complement of this number. So just add 1 to the 1's complement of a number. So here 0 1, it will be 1. Right? When adding, you have to keep in mind that 0 1 will be 1. Right? 0 0 will be 0. Right? 1 0 will be 1. But when it is 1 1, then sum will be 0 and carry will be 1. Right? So now here 0 1 is there, so sum will be 1. Right? 1 1, so 1 0 1 0 1 and here 1. Right? So this is what your 2's complement of this binary number. So this is what your 2's complement of the number is.